I'm Andrew, back with you together again on Taekwondo Step by Step. This is the end of our second week, and what have we been learning about this week? Exactly, the foot. And the man who's been teaching it all to us is right here with me, Master Lee-Gyu-hyun.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Thank you very much for teaching us all this week, Master Lee-Gyu-hyun. Now, can you just run through us again all the things that we've learnt this week?
Yes, in Taekwondo, it's more effective to see it once than hear about it several times. You have to practice repeatedly in order to improve and master the skills in a short time.
Okay, well you heard that. Words of wisdom again from Master Lee-Gyu-hyun. Let's watch together now and practice as we're watching, okay?
The area between your wrist joint and the bone is called the Pakapalmo. The area opposite from it is Anpalmo. These two areas are very sharp and solid, so you can block your opponent's attack and re-attack using these areas.
Well, how about if I punch and you block then?
Okay, let's try it, Andrew. See, I block your blow like this, like you just saw. For this kind of attack, I block like this, inward like this. You can use your wrist like these.
You get all that?
할 수 있겠죠?
Okay. All right, well, let's look at a display then, shall we?
헤이!
The Pakapalmo and Anpalmo. Remember, they're the most important parts. Now, of course, the next thing would be the elbow, wouldn't it? Palkup.
Yes, the Palkup or the elbow can be used in many different ways.
팔굽-뒤치기. 팔굽-돌려치기. 팔굽올려치기. 팔굽내려지기.
Well, we just finished our first day of this week using some arm techniques.
I will point out the part using my foot. The area from the sole of your foot to your toes is called the 앞축. Try touching it. The area around the heel is called the 뒤축. Right, that is the 뒤축. Pull out your stomach tightly. I will show you how one does the 앞치기. The 앞축 is where you should put the force in. Lift up your knee and kick your opponent forcefully. This is how you can do the 앞차기. Next, stand sideways, please. If your opponent is standing on the side, you use the 돌려차기. You lift your foot and kick like this. There is also something called the Pitrochagi. The Pitrochagi is used when you are standing in a line with your opponent. You use this attack on your opponent with the sole of your foot sideways.
Anyway.
Then the 반달차기 is same as the 앞차기, but for this one, you kick at your opponent while extending your wrist, so your leg experiences the lengthening effect as well.
Now can you show us something about 뒤축?
This is the sternum, right? Lift up and strike with the heel like this, using the 뒤축, the back sole. If your opponent gets kicked at his soft spot, he will experience major pain. The next one is the Paichiki. Your opponent attacks you with his leg. Place your foot here. Then you wait until his foot is on the ground. Step on his foot and press down.
Ah!
You can attack other areas with your hand while you press down on his foot. The area from the joint of a little finger to the heel is called the 발날. See, it's the area around here. A fist is coming toward you, and then you hit the wrist in an upward motion. Hitting the wrist or the elbow to block is called the makki. Like you saw, you can use it as the makki or the block. Now, stand sideways from me. Just stand sideways. The 발날 can also be used to hit on the knee of an opponent in a downward motion. It's called the 내려치기. With it, you can damage your opponent's knee joint. Watch. The area which is opposite to the 발날 is the 발날등. You use the 발날등 to block. When we look at our foot, the 뒤쪽 is the sole area right here. And the 뒤꿈치, or the heel, is the area that makes a right angle with the sole. Using the 뒤꿈치, or the heel, you can do 올려차기, or an upward kick. I lift my leg and kick like this.
Oh, don't try this one at home.
You lift up your foot from here, and as you hit, you pull him toward you like this. Now I will do this in a faster pace. Put out your fist. I kick like this. As I kick, I pull you like a hook. Usually, the 내려차기 is done on the face. Here, you lift up your foot and kick down toward the inside. Use your 발바닥 or the sole area to kick. If you get kicked with this at the face, you will experience major shock.
Yeah. I'll practice really hard, I promise. Okay.
Watch, kick like this, like slapping it. This is called the 후린다 or 후려찬다. Would you try? When your opponent is in front of you, like right now, he could be standing like this. Then you use your 발등 to kick at his groin. The 발등 refers to an area around here, right? You use it to kick at the groin, to kick upward. In the leg, we have 정갱이, or the shin. Kick at me. How is it? Hurts, huh? I can also use my knee area, grab the shoulder first, and kick at the sternum. So, one more time, I grab like this and kick. Because your opponent shouldn't stand still, you pull out his shoulder down as you kick. Then your opponent will experience major damage, right? Or grab his head and use your knee to kick the area between the eyes, forcefully. You can do a great damage on his head in this manner.
Well, you know, after seeing all that again, I've started to remember some of the things that I had forgotten. But now, before we close, Master E, have you got any more words of wisdom for us?
Yes, Andrew. This week, we learned about patience, perseverance, and modesty. Today, I will tell you something about 시선. 시선 in Korean refers to one's sight. An eye could be taken as given, but you have to develop the eye in Taekwondo, based on the morals of Taekwondo and your mind. You have to be able to read the mind of your opponent and foresee his actions. The eye can only be developed as you train.
Okay, well there you have it, folks. Words of wisdom from Master Lee Gyuhyun. Thank you so much this week for teaching us.
네.
And thank you for watching. Don't forget to keep practicing, and we'll be back again next week with more action, more thrills on Taekwondo step by step.